What do you think of the whole alpha male thing?
You know, I would have to say that anyone that calls themselves an alpha male, I would want to be at least 5 miles away from at all
Okay.
times.
All right. Okay. Why is that? You're a really hot model. I thought really hot models are supposed to like really alpha guys. I don't get it. My brain's not figuring this out.
This is so funny. I I don't for me, I don't necessarily have a type. I never really have. I've dated so many different kinds of people. I've dated girls. I mean, I don't really have a type. I like people that are kind, that are genuine.
Mm.
I do have a type for people that I would not date, and it has to be the self-proclaimed alpha male. It's something about, there's so many traits that come with that. I don't want to be too technical here or give anything away that's like personal, but I am the breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
my boyfriend cooks and cleans and
Yeah.
watches the dog, and I work.
Yeah.
I work my ass off, and I just, and however you want to do it, whether you want to do it that way or you want to do it the traditional way, like,
Mm-hmm.
but when people purposefully go into their gender roles, not because they want to, but because they feel like they have to, or they feel like that's the only way to do that. Like, oh, I'm the best man. I'm the
Yeah.
best person of my gender.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like it's just weird. Like, just, I
Yeah.
don't know. There's a lot that just, yeah.
But Lacey, isn't it inside of your DNA that you are programmed to want the breadwinner and be the submissive?
No, I'd rather be single. I can never. Do you know how many DMs I get on a
Yeah.
regular basis of men that are like, I will support us. Quit your job. Run away with me.
Mm.
Come to insert random country here.
Yeah.
You can live off of my money. And I'm like, that's great and all, but I'm doing really good. Like, even if I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a boy, I would never, I don't know, it feels really degrading to me. It's so nice to be able to make my own money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love hearing you say it because I think there's so much for some reason. I don't know why this whole like alpha male, red pill, like, I don't know, is just exploding on the internet right now. And for some reason, guys are eating it up. And like it's the most genius thing in the world, and it's true and it's real, and oh, it's science, that it's psychology, it's just cavemen shit. You know, like they think that like cavemen are like grab women by the hair and drag them out of a cave, and they have like, you know, the bat on the other side of them, and they have like the loincloth. Ooga booga. And that's what women want. Like I don't know who's making this shit up.
You know, I have a theory about alpha males.
Hmm.
I know that they pull from like science and biology and whatever the fuck,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think they're doing it because they think it's like this is the scientific real way. I think they do it because they're really lonely,
Yeah.
really insecure. You know, I have a lot of people talking about my dad on a regular basis, like, oh my God, where is her father? I never want a daughter. I feel so bad for her dad. I feel bad for their dads. Well, no, I feel bad for them because in that context, it's like if you lacked a secure father figure as a man growing up, I feel like it has to really take a toll on who you are and how you treat women.
Speaking of vulnerability, like the whole alpha idea and like what, you know, young boys are being trained to act like today, it's the opposite of vulnerability. And confidence is when you are completely fine with your vulnerability. Be like, yeah, this is this and here it is. And, you know, the macho vibe or the alpha vibe or whatever it is the opposite of that. It's all protection. It's all showing the tough side. It's all ready to fight a bear that doesn't exist. It's like every time they walk into a room or in a bar or in a club or wherever, it's like you would literally think there's a bear, a brown bear, not a black bear, a brown bear in the room and mauling people. And that man is ready to defend himself. But there's no bear. So it's a constant protection of this. That's the funny thing to me, because confidence is when all of your vulnerabilities, all of anything that could potentially be judged is just out in the open and you just feel okay with it.
I think the bear is whatever father figure
Yeah, I was just thinking of that.
in their life. I mean, it's like, where did you get that? Who told you that you needed to do this?
Yeah.
Who told you that it wasn't okay? And my boyfriend, I love him. He is so perfect and so beautiful. And even he, in all of his, how comfortable and confident he is in his own skin to be himself and reject this idea of traditional masculinity, he still has difficulty talking about his feelings. And that's something that most men are going to deal with, because it's how they've been raised.
Yes, 100%. I can't wait until it starts equaling out and just, everybody is able to express themselves. I don't know why it's still trained. I mean, like, I get it, like, in the past, like a long time ago, like when there were a lot of wars and everyone was getting drafted for war, and it's like you really had to swallow everything you had and just go fight, and then and that's how they trained you at boot camp. And then you come home and you still have all of that experience inside of you, and you really can't let it out because nobody can relate to you. And that like makes sense in that way, but nobody's like that anymore. Everybody's very safe. Everything's fine.